Hello, traders, and welcome to the Friday wrap-up. This is brought to you after the New York stock market close every Friday. Traders, it's May 22nd, 2015. Great to be with you. I'm coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where we're going to review 15 to 16 daily charts. I'm going to try to look at some price action and see maybe what we have coming up the week ahead. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Again, traders, I'm coming to you from Pattaya, Thailand, where we got bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and a nice hot day again today. Yes, we will be using the AC. Traders, if you would, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Guild. I am your moderator for the Friday wrap-up, which we do every single Friday after the New York close. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the Fire Rescue Department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my 27-year career. Well, it's 2015, and I am still here, absolutely loving it. Traders, I trade all 3 trading sessions, and I do trade every single trading day. I'm always looking for opportunities and probabilities on my side so I can be successful in my trades. And yes, traders, I do lose trades. I do not win all my trades. If anybody tells you they're winning every single trade, run the other way. All right. Because losing trades is just part of being in trading. It's just the way it is. Okay. Let's get the risk disclaimer out of the way, and then we'll get over to the commentary. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's move on to commentary. Commentary this week's not that big. We had a good trading week last week, some really nice price action. We had a couple of days that were kind of tough where we had some corrections on some of our currency pairs that we look at during the week at the market opening preview, where we go over 6 currency pairs every single trading day, and that is up before the London Open. So I'm looking forward to the week ahead. I think the big watch is what's going to happen with Greece. I think that's pretty interesting to see how the markets are going to react to that. And of course, everybody is watching the Fed very closely to see what Auntie Yellen, our good friend, FOMC chairwoman Janet Yellen, is going to do about interest rates and when they're going to raise them. I think they're getting a little worried. Don't know if it's going to happen. Traders, what we're going to do is we're going to review these daily charts. And remember, these are daily charts. That means every candle on the chart is 1 day. The main thing is we're basically looking at spatial intelligence. We want to look at the charts. We want to see basically what we could assume is going to happen with price action in the week ahead as we look at support, resistance, and all that other good stuff. So let's get started with the euro dollar. As we know, this euro dollar is in a downtrend, and you can see for last week, the last 5 candles, you can see all down in a downtrend. But if you take a look at where price stopped at the close, we are right at support. So there's a good chance that on Tuesday, we'll get some price action to the upside. Remember, Monday is a holiday in the Eurozone, which is May Day, and then Monday is a holiday in the U.S., which is Memorial Day. So we expect very little price action on Monday, if any. So we expect pretty flat charts during those sessions. Let's take a look at dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss has broken that 200 exponential moving average about a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, and now it looks like it wants to break back through it. And as the euro goes down, usually the dollar Swiss will go in the opposite direction. So there's a good chance this will break the 200, and we'll see this continue to the upside. Let's take a look at pound dollar. Pound dollar has been trading very nicely, very bullish. It's a bullish pair. It's taken out all these highs. It's got to change a trend. It's done everything it's supposed to do. It's, you can see in the middle of the chart there where it, gave us those 3 big red candles and then just broke out to the upside, took out of those highs, took out the 200. Now we're sitting at the 200 for the last 3 days, and we ended up on a down day. And I attribute that probably to profit taking, position squaring, all that good stuff, being that it is a long weekend. And traders are going to take their profits, and I'm sure that we're going to see I'll probably see some of that on some of our other charts as we move along. Let's take a look at the dollar yen. Dollar yen's been very interesting. It finally looks like it's come up to this resistance area that we've been talking about for a while in our last Friday wrap-up series, and it has. And we have a big blue candle here, so really going to be interesting to see if this breaks this. If you look left of the chart there, you see that big wick on that doji, and we'd see if it's going to break that to the upside. If you do not have the dollar index chart on your platform, you can use the dollar yen as a good source of how powerful the dollar is. So right now the dollar is looking pretty good, and I will show you a dollar index chart in just a moment. All right, let's go to my other good friend, the Euro yen. It is a bearish pair. It's just been in this nasty range for the last 2 weeks, and it loves hanging out at this 200 exponential moving average, but it's bearish, and I'm expecting this to continue to drop to the downside. So my bias remains with the Euro yen. That is, we're going to keep shorting it, and we'll just keep that in mind as we do our trade plans on our lower time frames. Let's take a look at the beast. Look at how bullish this is. This is the pound yen. It's called the beast, and there's a reason for it. It's a very volatile pair to trade, and you really got to be on your game to trade this. So if you're a new trader, this is not the pair to start your trading career off with. This pair will beat you up. You really have to be on the game to be trading the pound yen. It's, like I said, it's a very volatile pair, but when it's in its mode, it does very well. And as you can see, it's been in this range, for like over a week now, but it is bullish. If you look at it spatially, spatial intelligence is bullish, and the 200 exponential moving average has no concern to us at all. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie yen. Pretty sideways. I mean, it's a bearish pair. Spatially, if you look at this pair, it's a bearish pair. It's been in this nasty range, but look at the size of the candles for the last week and a half. I mean, those are tiny, tiny little candles, which is saying that there's really no strength in either side. They're not weak, they're not strong. So it's like a magnet, two magnets facing each other. Somebody's got to break out of this, and it's either going to be the Aussie, which we know is weak, or it's going to be the yen. So we'll see who wins this battle and what happens when it gets to this 200 exponential moving average, whether it's going to hang out there or it's going to break through it. So this will be an interesting pair to look at. I do like trading it when it's in its trend, but as you can see, it's been a long time since it's been in a trend. It's been in this sideways price action for quite a while. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar, which I trade on a regular basis. Last week was great. The Aussie dollar did wonderful. I hope you made some pips on the Aussie dollar. It was bearish the whole week. It had data come out. It was bad data. It was pretty predictable what was going to happen. And we made some nice pips there on the Aussie dollar. Now, if you look at where it price is currently, it's sitting right at support. So it's going to be interesting to see how this reacts. Come Tuesday, remember it's a 3-day holiday weekend here in the Forex world, as London and New York is closed on Monday. So yeah, we'll see what this gives us a bounce, or this just what this is going to do, or it's going to continue to the downside. However, this is a bearish pair. If you expand this chart out, the Aussie's bearish. It's been bearish for a year now, right? It's been bearish for a very, very long time. And I expect it to maintain that. So I'm only looking to sell the Aussie dollar. Here's the euro pound. I don't trade the euro pound as much as I really should. I only have two eyes, right? And you can only trade so many charts. You can only look at so many charts at a time. I keep 8 charts on my live trading platform open, and that's about all I can. I don't have room for the euro pound, but I would trade it. Traded nicely in the last week. It was down to the downside. Of course, the euro is weak and the pound is strong, and that's what happens. You get this nice down move, and if you look at it spatially, from the left side of the chart to the right side of the chart, you can see that this is definitely in a bearish candlestick mode here. And again, this is another pair that looks like it's just past that support point. So we'll see how this acts. This is in a really it's in a predicament here where we'd like to see, we closed on Friday with a doji. So we just want to keep that in mind as we close that one out. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar, which I trade regularly. It's a nice bearish pair. When it trades its trend, when it's in a trend, it really does very well. Had a couple of correction days there, and that was due to data. We had data last week in the Asia session, a couple of days. So that's why we have some red days there. And but it's a really nice pair to trade, the New Zealand dollar. But it's got to be in that trend. If it's sideways, it's not the kind of pair you want to trade in a range. It's very difficult to trade this pair in a range. When it's in its trending mode, it does really nice, such as it is now. We'd like to see the slow get taken out and just continue the downtrend. This is a dollar CAD. I don't trade the loonie very much, only because it's not on my 8 charts. But, this was a nice downtrend here for a while. It came up to support. If you look left of the chart, it almost stopped dead right at it. If you look all the way left of the chart, look at where price stopped, right? At that previous support. Now we ended on a blue candle here. So we don't know if this is a correction and we're going to continue the downtrend because, this is in a downtrend. So if you look at it spatially, this is bearish. Pretty interesting because I really think that the dollar and the CAD, I think the dollar is stronger. But the CAD's been pretty strong, and they had some good data come out last week on Thursday, I think it was. So yeah, this is pretty interesting. But I would only be looking to sell this from this daily chart into your lower time frames. And let's take a look at the pound Aussie. Great pair to trade. Great pair to trade. This is a pretty ugly chart though. If you look at this from the red candle, last candle on the chart, and you look at this, going to the left, it's a pretty ugly chart. There's nothing pretty about this chart. The other issue I have with trading the pound Aussie, which I used to have a part of my 8 charts that I looked at, is that the spread for some reason is like really crazy. It's like 6 pips spread and 4 or 5 pips spread on the pound Aussie. And I don't understand that, but it's there's 40 other currency pairs I could look at. I don't need to be looking at trading pairs at 5 and 6 pip spreads. But this is now at resistance, as you can see. If you look left of the chart, this is at resistance. So this can be pretty interesting to see if this continues. This is a range. I mean, this is in a range, and there's a lot of pips there. What's going to happen now? If we get another red candle, you want to take that short, right? You're at resistance right now, so this might come back down and head on back to that 200 exponential moving average. And let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. I trade this pair regularly. Last week was kind of ugly. Again, this is in a range. You look at the last 4 days. There's 4 days of indecision candles. So this pair I did not trade. It's part of my 8. But I did not take any trades with that Euro Aussie. But it's in a pretty nasty range. And we got a lot of indecision candles here. And I'm looking for this. If you look at it spatially, it's in a downtrend. There's no doubt about it. We want to sell this. And with these dojis, those wicks, I look at them as being little thrusters. And this is going to just pull this pair and just pull this pair down. And that's what it's doing. And as I said before, I always like to look at the dollar index chart. In fact, I have a laptop that I keep next to my trading computer, and all I have on it is the U.S. dollar. I want to know if the dollar is strong or the dollar is weak anytime during the day. I don't care if it's in an up move or a down move. However, the dollar is strong. I mean, if you look at the last 2 weeks, the last 10 candles, the dollar is moving up. So the dollar is strong. And however, when you're trading during your session, whatever session you trade on, you want to have a U.S. dollar chart up, or at least a dollar yen chart, to see if the dollar's strong or weak. And if you're going to trade a dollar pair, that's your best friend, right? It's sort of like the ATM machine, and you want your U.S. dollar chart up so you know if the dollar's strong or if the dollar's weak, and trade accordingly. And just watch for data to get in your way. Talking about some data, one thing I just want to go over was, let's look at the indices, what happened on Friday. The U.S. 30 closed negative 2.9%, the S&P 500 closed negative 2.2%, and the NASDAQ closed negative 0.09%, with the Russell 2000 closing at 0.48%. So the New York markets closed all in the red in the indices on Friday. And again, I take that all to it being a 3-day weekend. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come visit us at our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great trading week. Remember, Monday, the Eurozone and New York is closed due to bank holidays. So, traders, we will catch you on Monday for the market opening preview, and we'll have that up before the London Open. Traders, enjoy your weekend and spend time with your friends, family, and loved ones. And re-energize for another exciting week next week. Take care, traders, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.